Infiniti, like the auto industry, is at an inflection point, and it's a very exciting time for us as designers. As our next generation of technologies start to take shape, Q Inspiration heralds a new generation for Infiniti. This seamless and stunning new design philosophy shows Infiniti artistry in the age of autonomy, connectivity, and breakthrough powertrains. As our powertrains start to reduce, it allowed us to shift the cabin forward to give you a new kind of sexiness. Instead of focusing on just the headlamp having a signature, our grille itself is defining the front of the car in a very unique and edge lighting kind of way. Infiniti is about a new type of technology. So not only can you feel the fingerprint of the artist in all of the leather work, but also you're seeing this seamless connectivity to all the things you need and value in your life. So ladies and gentlemen, this is the first manifestation of Infiniti's new form language for an era of advanced powertrains and future technologies. And with this Q Inspiration, you can see just how far we have come. Thank you.
What you see on the concept is really the future design language of Infiniti. The 3D design, taking a sedan and really making it very, very sexy is what you can expect from Infiniti in the future. Well, the new technology in this vehicle is all about the VC turbo engine, which we're going to be launching in the all-new QX50 in the spring. So we're really excited about the new technology. If you take a look at the car is absolutely stunning, it's gorgeous, it's beautiful, it's sexy. I think the consumers and the media will take very well to it.
The inspiration behind the concept car really is technology. The car has a VC turbo in it, and as you know, it's a very compact engine and very powerful engine. So this is a pretty large car with a very small engine, and it allowed us to create very different proportions for a car in this category. The Q Inspiration has a few key design features. Well, the first, maybe and most important one, proportions, as I mentioned. It has a very long cabin, kind of a shorter hood than it usually does. And because it's actually quite a low car and has very big wheels on the four corners, a short front overhang, we still feel that it has a very elegant silhouette, very elegant proportions. The second aspect is the form language. Form language is very bold and clean, so very simple movements, but rather big movements. And we combine that with these, what we call generous surfaces, with very sensual, kind of voluptuous surfaces, very round and very human. And the combination of that, we feel, is what gives the car its identity. What this will show for the next few years is really, first, our experimentation with proportions, because the technology will come, so our proportions will change. And the second thing is, yes, the simplicity in design, the clarity in design, the more reduced aspect of design, but combined with a very human character, which is very important for Infiniti. The latest technology actually is has great potential for us, because not only, as I mentioned, it gives us new proportions so we can try different things, but it also allows us in the interior to do things differently. Obviously with the displays that we have, or if we don't have a tunnel, if you have a flat floor in the car, you can work with some of the objects that are in there and the empty space in a totally new way for us. Well, SUVs and crossovers are becoming more important, but I do think that a sedan or a type of sedan like the Q Inspiration represents a certain type of elegance, a certain type of style, a certain types of sportiness that I do believe people will still want to drive and experience.
Well, we're here at Detroit at the auto show And the car behind me is the Q Inspiration, and it's one of the vehicles that we're going to be unveiling today. For powertrains, what we're focusing on is more fuel efficient, more power out of a smaller power plant. And when we're able to innovate with that type of thinking, we're able to integrate into our vehicle designs that will match and give the customer more of a benefit for the sleekness of what we're looking for. So the best thing about the VC Turbo is that it operates on customer need. What I mean by that is when a customer is looking for fuel efficiency, it goes to a higher compression ratio. When a customer is looking for performance, it will go to a lower compression ratio. And this will be all dependent on how they're driving the car and what driving scene they're in.
We're showing you basically the future of what Infiniti will be, design-wise. The design language that you can see here is demonstrating the future for us. You can also imagine the powertrain. Obviously, the VC Turbo is a key component of our future and the bridge to electrification. And this car is pretty much the essence of all this. That's why we call it Q Inspiration. Detroit is very important, obviously the US largest market for Infiniti, very growing market as well, and it's very critical for us to showcase what we do also related to the US market. US consumer very, very important and very different from the Chinese, the European and the other markets, and our presence here is critical. To make it simple, you have an engine that gives you the opportunity to have the V6 performance with the fuel economy and efficiency of a four-cylinder, having a variable compression ICE engine, right? And it gives us the opportunity to really bridge towards electrification from the more traditional, not so efficient, gasoline engine towards the electrification that everybody's going towards. So autonomous drive, as you know, within the Nissan Group is a key component of our strategy for the future, and we're bringing already on QX50 the first generation of autonomous drive, which we call ProPILOT Assist, which allows you in a highway in one lane to feel very, very comfortable driving in heavy traffic or long journey, releasing a lot of stress, a lot of pressure to the from the driver. So very, very breakthrough technologies, no bouncing around between the lanes, like very central, very premium experience through that first generation of autonomous drive. Obviously the next generation will come, but one thing at a time. So sales have been phenomenal. So we had another record sales this year, eighth time in a row that we break a sales record. Almost 250, 246 to be precise. So a very good year for us. 150,000 in the US, and China did very well as well, with almost 50,000 units. So China is the fastest growing market for premium and for us as well. We have a lot of aspiration for China, a lot of investment coming through for us. We've been growing pretty fast, and now with QX50 coming in the largest D segment in China, we think we have a lot of potential to grow, and we'll do so in 2018. So Infiniti was born here 29 years ago in Detroit, and this is very important for us to be here to celebrate. And as you can see with Prototype 9 and the Q Inspiration, plus the QX50 that we're launching this year, pretty exciting stuff going on at Infiniti today.